Hey everyone. I just ran up here in the studio. I've been running around today doing a lot of stuff. I got a show tonight. I just loaded up the car, running around doing stuff. And I was up here taking care of a couple of things, and I figured, let me see if I can knock out another video. And I looked through here, and Jason Sturrock has been asking me to listen to Arcade Fire. Says that if I like Radio Shack, I will like this band. So that sounds interesting. I have the lyrics up here, and it looks like this was released in 2010. I have the official video over here. So let's take a listen. Let's see what we got. You might hear my cat back there. She's being a pain. So, yeah, I agree with Jason that this it's got a real Radiohead vibe to it. You know, the textures in the background and the high chorus in there and everything. I thought, yeah, it did have that kind of a vibe to it. Looking at the lyrics, I took a look at the lyrics before I started, and it sounded to me like, you know, just looking back at your time growing up, and in this case, you know, the suburbs. But I'll tell you, I had a problem with the video, and I don't know. Again, I don't know enough about this. I don't know if that video is from a movie. It seemed really, really involved, and really, it just was the video itself was very complicated. There was a lot going on in there, and so maybe it was from a movie, and if I had seen that movie with this and associated with this song, it would make more sense to me. But without seeing, if it was a movie, but without seeing that, I felt that this video was so intense that it was almost like telling me, hey, don't listen to that. Don't listen to that. Look at this. I want you to look at this. No, don't listen to that. Look at this, you know? And so it kept pulling my attention away from listening to the song. Because there was a story going on there, and I'm thinking, okay, what's going on? Why are these, you know, is this symbolic? What is this? Is this childhood ending? Is this the end of the 70s and we're moving into the 80s? And this is you know, someone's idea of how to represent it, you know, on video, or is this from a movie that I haven't seen? Either way, it took my attention away from what I thought was a good song, and made me look at the video too much. So I that's the one thing I didn't enjoy about this, but I like the song. So I want to go back and I want to take a listen to the song without the video. It would sound like it was in D. It's bang dum 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 dum. So 1 chord to the 6 chord to the 3 would have been an F sharp major to an A, right? And then there were a couple of times where it went sounded like it went down to an E. So that's what it sounded like. So let me take a quick listen again. Let's see what the experience is like without the video pulling my attention away. And I'm going to pull up a little bit to, I think, where the song starts. It's interesting chord progression. That's a nice change. You always seem so sure. Got a great vibe. That one day we'd be fighting in the suburban war. You're part of town against mine. I saw you standing on the opposite shore. So now I have my own pictures in my head. Interesting. That's where it goes down. So it's the choruses that go down to the. It's got a Radiohead vibe. That the background textures. I like that. textures. Cool. Ooh, and I can hear an acoustic in there too. Came up a little in the mix there, or maybe I just noticed it.
So can you understand? Well, I want a daughter while I'm still young. I wanna hold her hand, show her some beauty before this damage is done. But if it's too much to ask, if it's too much to ask,
I like that. I like the way,
send me a son.
I like that lyric, the way he repeated that line. Acoustic came up there a little bit. I love that. With those little upbeat. Dun, dun. We're still screaming. In my dreams, we're still screaming. I like that. Those little lines at the end. And there was some sirens at the end. Yeah, there we go. So, what a different experience. What a different experience listening to it without watching the video. So, again, I don't know enough about the video to know if I'm missing something there in the video. The song by itself without the video, I really like. I really like a lot. It's really good. This is a song that I could, put on my playlist and listen to. It's really good. I love the subject matter. I love how quirky and odd the phrasing is in the chorus. You know. Right? Interesting, right? Really, really cool and interesting, and the high like ambient kind of guitar textures on top there were really tasteful, really nice. I like in the choruses how the acoustic guitar comes in with some more of an upbeat rhythm strumming to it, which adds more motion to that. So I like it. And, listening to it the second time, I'm thinking about myself growing up in the suburbs. My parents, I was born in New York City, and when I was very young, we moved upstate. And this really perfectly mirrors that. If you grew anywhere in the suburbs, and with little row houses and stuff like that, and all the kids in the neighborhood, and then having that all kind of melt away as you go into your middle school years and your high school years, and all of a sudden people are on sides and interesting. And I got the thing where it says sometimes I can't believe it. I'm moving past the feeling. In my mind, it's like I feel myself letting go of that wonderful time, that time growing up. And again, I'm not idolizing it, or I'm not you know it's just, you can feel what it felt like to grow up, and as you get older and older, you can feel that feeling slipping away, and it comes back in glimpses, little songs or smells or little things that remind you of being young, you know. But that's what I get from I sometimes I can't believe it. I'm moving past the feeling. Sometimes I can't believe it. And when it says in my dreams we're still screaming, and I don't see that. I don't hear that as like a thing of terror screaming. I hear it as kids screaming, having fun. I remember when my kids were young, I used to say that the sound of the kids playing in the yard and running around and screaming and yelling, I loved that. Other people would be annoyed, and I'd be like, no, that sounds like heaven. That sounds like life being perfect. So that's what I look at. That's what I'm hearing in this. And this part here, verse 3, so can you understand that I want a daughter while I'm still young? I want to hold her hand and show her some beauty before this damage is done. In other words, before life, before you become jaded by life, whatever. And if it's too much to ask, not only do I like this line, but I like the way he did something unusual. So is it too much? But if it's too much to ask, then send me a son. That was so clever because, the way those couplets work there, it's like, well, if it's too much to ask, let me do and la 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 la, then send me a son. But to say that line twice is I thought it was clever, and I thought it was very touching and very very real sounding. Then if it's too much to ask, send me a son, and it sets you up for the rhyme of damage is done and send me a son, but it sets you up in a way that you didn't expect, and I just thought I really kind of got a tickle out of that. I thought that was really cool. So yeah, I like this song a lot, but I was not able to appreciate it with the video playing. Again, it may just be my OCD or whatever. Hey, look, a squirrel. I can't focus on the music if there's really something compelling, happening visually, because most of us, information coming to us comes in visually, and that usually takes precedence. And so I'm pretty sure that's the same with everybody. So give me a hand with this. Tell me something about the video. Is that video from a movie or a show that I don't know? And that would explain maybe the choices that they made. I thought it didn't match the music, so that's why I thought maybe it's from a show, because when you're putting music towards a TV show, the visual component is the important part, and the music is really just the padding, the emotional padding that goes along with it. It almost doesn't matter what the words are. It's just that emotional padding that goes along with it. So that would make a lot more sense that would have been something that was married to a TV show or a movie, and then they just decided to use that for the video. But if it was just some director's choice saying this, I think this would make a good video for your song, to me it's a miss, because it's too involved and it just took my attention away from what's a really cool song. So that's my impression, and I'm sticking with it. So anyway, so it's Saturday here. I have a gig tonight I got to get ready for. I just got the car loaded up. I had some amp issues, so I'm trying to have a backup ampless pedal board to use as a backup. So I've been working on that. I just realized when I was testing one of my amps that the speaker was blown. So I got enough amps. I can take another amp to the gig tonight, and I'm just deciding whether I want to go down and fix that. And then there's also an issue with that amp with some tube rattle, and I want to take the tube sockets out and put in some tube clamps, the spring clamps, to hold them in. I don't know if I'm too lazy or not to do it, but definitely a cup of coffee is what's going to be the next thing. So anyway, cool song, man. Thank you, Jason. And I plan on getting some more stuff done tomorrow. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Take care.